Hi, welcome to the Business Innovation Challenge. My name is Moy and I am very happy to be able to share the Business Innovation Challenge with you today. What is the Business Innovation Challenge? It is actually a special activity that has been created for companies that want to proactively react to changes. We react to changes around us every day, and how do we actually get to do something special about it? It's by innovating. But how do we innovate? How do we think of all the possibilities that may come up? This is exactly what the challenge brings to you. Now, the challenge will, as you can see here, is actually for visionaries, game changers, and people who want to challenge the industry. So, over a period of 3 days, we bring a group of your talents, a group of your executives together, and we provide them the tools to think about what they can do about the status quo and how to move to the next level. Now, let me show you some of the tools very briefly. The first tool that we are going to use is what is known as the Business Model Canvas. The Business Model Canvas was actually designed by Alexander Osterwalder, and it is used to describe any kind of business. What you see here, for instance, is value propositions that your organization may be providing to your customers. How do those value propositions get to the customer? It is through the channels. So in this channel, you talk about awareness. How do customers become aware of what you are providing? You are also talking about helping customers make the decision, which is evaluation. And after deciding, you would also want to think of, is it easy for the customer to close the sales with you? Is it easy for you to deliver what the customer has ordered? And obviously, after sales service. More importantly, the most successful organizations in the world, like Apple, for example, they excel in great customer relationship. They give great experience and they create a loyal following. So if we get the first 4 building blocks right, which will be your value propositions, customer segments, channels, and customer relationships, then your revenue streams will start to flow. Needless to say, the more revenue streams you have will give you a better impact on the business. Then you get a more diversified portfolio. Now at this stage, let me just turn then to the backstage of the Business Model Canvas. Over here, you can see that to get the strategy working, we will need key resources. The most important resources, which could include brands, people, special skills, software, patents, techniques, and these resources are put to the service in key activities that activates the front stage that we just talked about. However, no matter how big and successful the organization is today, very few organizations today will attempt to undertake all activities themselves. That's why we have key partners. So key partners are an important part of making the strategy work without stretching the costs. But obviously, all these various building blocks will incur money, they incur costs. So both your capital as well as operating expenditure needs to be captured here. So in a nutshell, very quickly, as you can see, we have the 9 building blocks of the Business Model Canvas. However, the Business Model Canvas is about making sure we can operate a profitable as well as a scalable business. In making this work, we need to do another thing, which is to make sure that our value proposition actually really meets the customer's needs. So with this requirement, there is a subsidiary canvas, and the name of the canvas is the Value Proposition Canvas. What is the Value Proposition Canvas? It only takes 2 of the building blocks, which is value proposition and customer segment over, and give you sort of the expanded version of both these building blocks. So when we talk about the customer segment, we are not only interested in the demographic of the customer, but also, very importantly, what jobs are the customers trying to do that your organization can solve for the customer. So jobs to be done. And what is the pain that they are facing today in trying to get the jobs done? It could be delays, it could be obstacles, it could be risks, it could be undesired outcomes depending on the situation. Also very important to bear in mind is what we call the gains that the customers expect when the jobs are actually done. So when the jobs are actually fulfilled, what kind of gains, what kind of positive outcomes do the customers expect? Now, you may notice that when we describe the customer profile, or the circle as we call this, we are focusing totally 100% on the customers alone. We do not, for instance, talk about the products that we offer, the value that we are providing, simply because customers don't care actually. They only care about what they want to get done, their pains and their gains. So, your existing products then perhaps can be mapped on the value proposition value map site, which is the square. If you start mapping your existing products and services and the characteristics that they have, you may realize that some of your products are perhaps not meeting the customer's needs as well as we hope them to be. So what are the options? You have an option to rework the value map, where you re-look at new products and services to offer, where you zoom into the features that would be necessary to address selected important pains, important jobs of the customer, or even if you look at, for example, the gain creators, these would then be features of your product that address the gains expected by the customer. So there you have it. The value proposition canvas ensures that we create value for the customer. Back to the business model canvas, this is to ensure that you, your organization, captures the value that is created. In other words, in short, the revenue must exceed the cost for it to be a profitable business. So this is actually a very short explanation of the tools we use in coming up with the Business Innovation Challenge. So what can you be assured of? You can be assured of 4 market-ready innovations that has full consideration of, as you have seen, business model as well as value proposition. When you put your executives through this 3-day, and yes, we take the nights too because it's hard work. We are going to talk about various competitions, profit and loss statements and all that with projections over the next 5 years. So, do you think your company has what it takes to actually go to the next level? Are you interested to overcome the change that is happening by proactively harnessing the existing knowledge in your company? If so, talk to us. We would be happy to help you with the Business Innovation Challenge. Thank you very much for watching and see you soon.
Cut.